On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
That should, figure out what they need to do to get that. I just really think it depends on the person. I wouldn't put a blanket like, a woman's duty is to be a wife. Like some people aren't and shouldn't be wives. Some people aren't and shouldn't be mothers. Like every woman is not going to do these things. So like, but in terms of relationships, I liked what Rebecca was saying in terms of like being the co-pilot with her husband. I think that when you are in a relationship or a marriage, you are supposed to be there for your husband. Like if you're in a relationship or marriage with a man and you're a woman, you should be there for your husband. You should be there to support him. And then he's there to support you too. I mean, it's just, you all balance each other out.
What's a woman's role to the universe?
To the universe?
Yeah. Figure of speech, but
Yeah, I know. But to Earth, I mean, the magic of procreation is like no other. I don't know what chemical it is that is even in there that can like make a whole other person. So that is our essence, our magic. That is our ability, something that we are able to do without any work of our own. It's literally, you're either born to be able to do it or you're not. So I do think that is what we give to the universe, and a part of that comes nurturing, comes wisdom, and being able to give guidance, because that's what you have to do as a mother. So I think that comes to the role naturally as a woman.
How do you determine what your purpose is?
I think your purpose is, if you're Christian and you believe in God, that when you seek him, because he's inside of us all, when you seek him, that's where it comes from. When you have an actual direct connection to him and you can hear him, because you can't if you're not connected, that's really where it really comes from. And I don't believe that God would ever give us, not all of us, he knows us well, but I don't think God would ever give us any kind of purpose that wasn't fulfilling to us in some way. Even the people that do the hard stuff, right? Like Martin Luther King or whoever, you know what I mean? The dangerous, that was dangerous being Martin Luther King, obviously we see. But I don't think God would make any of our purpose against what will make us happy, or make us feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but isn't that the very story of Jesus, is that he did the thing that he didn't want to do in order to make sure that he fulfilled his purpose? It didn't make him happy. He prayed against it. He asked God to take the cup away from his mouth before he actually fulfilled his purpose. Isn't that the exact thing, the exact opposite thing that we supposed to reverence as far as how it is that we supposed to live our life though?
Well, we're not Jesus. So let's not get it.
What?
Let's not get it twisted. There's only one Jesus, and that purpose is singular. So I'm never going to compare whatever God has for me to Jesus, because I don't see myself as that big. Maybe you do. I don't, because he died for the sins of mankind. This purpose, this is a different purpose. Okay. Yes, we want to try to be like him as much as we can, but I don't think that a direct comparison is the way to do it.
But
no. I'm trying to hold on, Rilla. Let me just ask a question.
Go ahead.
I don't want any confrontation. I love Kayla.com. I think that she's necessary, and I never want to be in an echo chamber. So let me just first say that I value her perspective and what it is that she's communicating. All right. So let me just set the precedent there. But I guess I just want to go back to the question, how do we know what our purpose is? Like, how do we know that the person that's speaking to us ain't the devil? Like, I mean, just in general, like, how do we know what's what and who's to determine what purpose is based off of happiness? Happiness for some people is seeing other people miserable. Happiness for other people may be being in a servant role. Some people aren't happy with a leadership role because they understand the burden that comes with it. How do we determine? Because happiness is fleeting. It's subjective. It's how you feel at the time. Was happy for a child is much different than what's happy for a 39-year-old. And a lot of times what's happy for men is getting a nut off on a chick and then getting up and walking away and saying, I don't want nothing to do with you afterwards, right? Happiness is just based off of how you feel. It doesn't necessarily determine what your purpose is. So how do we equate happiness with purpose? It's just all I'm saying.
Well, I was speaking more so in fulfillment. I think happiness is based on what's happening. So I think in something that's somewhat minuscule, are we really using that as the comparison when we're talking about the purpose of your life? So I was talking more so about fulfillment and what
JR said purpose of the universe. So if I throw away how it is that I feel, and then I start to try to evaluate what it is that I contribute to society at large,
right?
How do we determine what our purpose is, and how do we equate that and then say happiness is a part of it?
I mean, a part of it's gifted. People are born with certain gifts of none control of their own. So a part of it is that, but a part of it is also the position that he puts you in life. Everyone gets put somewhere and everyone's born into a situation they have absolutely no control. And your purpose is going to be somewhere maneuvered within that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what I think.
I got you.
Okay. So many women are focusing more on happiness than their duty. What are your thoughts about it? A woman's duty.
A woman's duty. I heard you ask Kayla, because I was agreeing with what Kayla was saying a lot. Sorry, my voice is raspy. But in terms of like purpose and duty to the universe, I think you kind of asked her that earlier. I would say like creation and manifestation, like if we just had to be really broad about it. But I do also think that, you know, people have to do what's best for them. I think there are plenty of people who want to be in a wife role and who would be great wives, great parents. And everyone who wants that should, you know, figure out what they need to do to get that. I just really think it depends on the person. I wouldn't put a blanket like, you know, a woman's duty is to be a wife. Like some people aren't and shouldn't be wives. Some people aren't and shouldn't be mothers. Like every woman is not going to do these things. So like, but in terms of relationships, I liked what Rebecca was saying in terms of like being the co-pilot with her husband. I think that when you are in a relationship or a marriage, you are supposed to be there for your husband. Like if you're in a relationship or marriage with a man and you're a woman, you should be there for your husband. You should be there to support him. And then he's there to support you too. I mean, it's just, you know, you all balance each other out.